That is we find our target. Okay. So the question remains is how we can find how we can index it, right? So I think that will be simple. Like look, uh, this is the first column, and this is the no, sorry, this is the first row, and this is second row, and this is third row. So uh, so to find the this index, we can use like to find the third index, that is mid. So we can use like formula, which is like I think which is the row number cross row number cross column. No, sorry. A 1 minute. 2 plus 3. Yeah. Row number. Uh, row number plus index, which is column number, right? Row number is this is n, right? Total number n, and this is our current row number, which is j, plus total number of columns. This can be our index, like index and d index equal to n cross j. So we can use it, right? So this is n. We have no n I cross j, right? I cross j. That is 0 cross j, 0 cross j plus m. Mm,
So I'm getting confused here a little bit. So what is I and J here?
I and j are the current index which we are traveling through, right? And m is the number of columns, right?
Yeah, I got your point, but don't you think this will require you to like traverse each and every element in the matrix? That will again
No,
take
no,
complexity n into m.
no, it will not. So no, we can just use indexing like this. We will use first index as 0 and second index as 1, and then we can use I and j, right?
Okay, but where are you going to keep these indexes?
Okay.
Because in the input we just have a 2D matrix, right?
Yeah. In input we have 2D matrix, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, that would be right.
So
Yeah. I think if we get mid, so from mid we can get our ARR of I and j. We just have to find I and j, right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
basically you just have to reach that row number and column number.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
from mid, for example, our mid is our mid is our mid is 4. Okay. So our mid is 4. So that is our index. So we have to find from this I. So I would be uh, 4 divided by I equal to 4 divided by uh, 4 divided by which is our column, right? That is our row number, which is 2. 4 divided by 2. No, 1 minute, 1 sec. Figure it out. Yeah. We can modulo it by column number, right? 4 modulo column number, which is m plus is modulo no 1 minute, 4 divided by n plus 4 modulo m. I think this would be fine. So 4 by m, which is like total number 4 by 3 means 1 plus 4 modulo m. 4 modulo m is 3. So 4 modulo 1. Right. 4 divided by 4 by 3. Okay. So 4 by 3 will be 1. And 4 modulo 3. 1 second. 4 modulo 3. Okay. So remainder will be again 1. Will be 2. 1. We have to find the 4 and figure it out. I and J. Okay, I think it's simple. 4 by n, which is the row number, that is 4 by m 1, and to find j, we can just find 4 modulo m, right, which is 1, and we got our ARR of 1 and ARR of 1, which is which is our mid, right? J is equal to 9. So using this formula, we can find it, right? So should I write pseudo code or code, right? Right?
So I'm assuming n here is the number of rows, or is it number of columns?
No, n is the number of rows and m is the number of columns.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
And how are you calculating this mid value?
Mid values
There
first.
are low and high boundaries. That I just want to know.
Yeah, yeah. So low boundary is our start and high boundary is our mid, which is s is the 0, which is the starting, and 8 is the n into n cross m. That
Yeah.
is.
So instead of n, you should write n into m.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Which is like this, right? Okay. Should I write the code?
Yeah, this looks fine to me. You can start coding.
Yeah. So write code, then we can use a function, binary search, which takes array and the target. Okay. Target as input. Yeah. So we are using, so we can just use bool. Okay. So we can just initialize. And start equal to 0 and end equal to n cross m minus 1. Okay. Okay. Then we can use while loop, that is start is less than equal to end, and inside this we can use, we can find the mid value, that is mid equal to start plus end divided by 2. Okay. Start plus end divided by 2. Then we can find I int I equal to mid divided by n, and int j equal to mid modulo m. Okay. So we can just find if ARR of mid, ARR of I and j, ARR of I and j is equal to our target. If it is equal to our target, then we can just return true, right? Else if ARR of ij is less than our target. If it is if it is less than our target, so we should go ahead. So we should do start equal to mid plus 1, right? Else end equal to mid minus 1. Our target less than target. Okay, right. Mhm. And in last, we can just return false. Okay, right. I think this code should be fine.
Yeah, to me it looks fine. So, what do you think is the time complexity for this solution?
The time complexity, the time complexity is big of log of n cross m, right?
Okay. And why do you think is that so?
uh, uh, Look, we are dividing our array into two parts. One is left part and one is right part using the mid. If that is, which is like every time we are using the mid, so each time mid is dividing our array into two parts. One is left and one is right. And using this comparison, we are just enumerating one part at each iteration. So every time our array becomes n by m, n by 4, n by 8, n by, and using this our time complexity will be log of total number of elements, which is here n cross m, right?
Okay, yeah, got it. That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, then I think this part is sorted.
Okay.
It's good to me. I think we have some time left. I'm not sure if I should ask you one more question or not.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll share another question. Okay.
Okay.
The chat. I'll just copy paste in the talk itself. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me also share some sample input and outputs.
Okay.
It's visible to you, right?
Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah.
is. In the heart of bustling city, there is a secret alley where every street artist paints a unique symbol on the walls. One day, a curious traveler decided to walk through the alley, capturing the longest sequence of unique symbols without seeing symbol twice. The traveler must find all possible walks, the longest continuous stretch of walls without any repeated symbol. How long can traveler go before spotting a duplicate? Okay, so P W A E A B. Okay, so we have to find largest subsequence, right? Continuous. Okay, largest unique substring, right? Means here the longest substring is ABC, which is unique, and then A get repeated, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Uh, W K E B C D E F. Okay. Uh, okay. A B C. Hmm. Okay. I think we can use map here, right? We can just store the count frequency of each
Yeah,
character.
before going to the map approach, don't you think you should first file a
Yeah,
brute force?
brute force. Yeah, yeah. We can use. So I think we can use two loops here, right?
Okay.
Mm, using two loops, we can just find. We can extract the subsequence and check whether this subsequence has a duplicate or not, right? Like this. If you use two loops from I equal to 0.
Subsequence or substring?
Oh, sorry, substring, right? Minus 2. So I equal to n minus 1. So again, we will use second loop from j equal to I plus 1 or j equal to I to j up to n minus 1. Inside this, uh, so okay. So inside this, we will use here in 10 plus equal to s of j. Okay, and each time we will just we use a function like if has duplicates, right? If if not of Anjay, if not of has duplicates, so it will return it has duplicates or not. If it doesn't have duplicates using this not operator, so we can just count its length. We can use max z, and max z equal to sorry, max maxi comma uh, okay, so temp dot length, temp dot size. Okay, right. Okay, I think this code will be fine. Okay, so we can use this hash duplicate function, right? Also,
Mhm.
cool. Okay, so for hash duplicates, we can use map to check duplicates, right? So no, we can use set. We can use both, but we can use set here. An order set is character of hash. So it's like for imply is less than n I plus plus if s dot find temp of I, if s dot find uh, not equal to s dot end. Okay, we have found temp of I. Okay, so if you found, then we can just return true. That is, it has duplicates, or else just s dot insert temp of I. And then we can return false. Okay, I think this would be fine, right?
Yeah, and what is the complexity of this solution?
So in worst case, the time complexity would be big of n cube. So here we are using the two loops, and hash duplicates also requires big O of n. So the time complexity will go big of n cube.
Okay, got it. So again, the same question I'll ask: can we do better?
Okay. Fine. Better. Okay, I think we can use sliding window for it. And okay, I think we can use sliding window, right? And
Yeah, I mean, we can go ahead and tell your approach. Fine.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Before coding, like, can you give an overview of what you're going to do?
Yeah. I'm not coding. I'm just dry run and see if it works or not.
Okay.
So we can use two pointers that we usually do in the sliding window. So one is L and second is R. Okay. So we have to find the maximum. Okay. So we can use map also to store the count, right? So if we can use map. Okay. Okay. So when L is R, and we will start L and R from the zero index, right? So we can use just, we have is frequency equal to 1. Then we can go ahead. Then our R will be incremented here. Then V will be 1, right?
Yeah.
And then we can again, from with going this, we can just use maximum variable to store. We can use maxi to count. Until now maxi is 1, right, which is r minus l plus 1, which is 1. Here maxi, which is maximum length, which is r minus l plus 1, which is 2. Okay, so if we go ahead, then we will get, which is c, which is 1, and maximum is also 3 here. Okay, which is r minus l plus 1. Now when we go to a again, so when we go to a again, then our age count will be 2, right? Frequency of a will be 2. So each time we will use map and traverse this map right? So we can traverse this map each time, and we can count the is this frequency one or not. If it is greater than one, then we can just shrink the window from left. Okay, means are you getting me?
Yeah, yeah, okay. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay. When we like when we get max the count of any character in the map which is greater than one, then we can just shrink the window from like left. Left will be shifted to right like this. Uh, like here, A is greater than sorry, A is 2, so it has more frequency, right?
Mm-hmm.
Frequency it has frequency greater than 1, so we can just shrink the window. Okay, so shrink the window.
And
Okay.
by how much will you shrink the window? How will you decide by how much you shrink?
So we will use a loop, inside loop, and we can shrink by this. Okay. So we will just shift here. So again, the count will be 1. Again, we will find the max, and which is L minus R plus 1, which is 3. Okay.
You know,
So
I'm just asking, like, how are you finding out by how much should you shift the window?
no, uh,
Let's say L was at index. Let's say L was at index I, and
okay.
now you've shifted L to some index. Let's say I plus 2 or I plus 3. How did you decide that 2 or 3 thing, right? How did you decide how much should you shift the window? That I'm
Uh,
asking.
yeah. So I think we will again check does our count is great until the count is 1. म्हणजे frequency of count is 1. If it is greater than 1, then again we will right.
So basically, you just need to subtract the frequency with 1. That will give
Yeah, yeah,
you.
yeah. Every time we will subtract frequency by 1. Like here is 2, and again we will once we go inside the inside loop, we will decrease its frequency to 1. Okay, means we have eliminated the A from the from our window. So we will again check is we have frequency greater than 1 in our map again like this. Did you get?
Okay, I got it. So
Ah.
here, as you said, that you will have to traverse in the map, right? To check
Yeah,
the
yeah.
frequency.
So the traversing in map,
Yeah.
which is max of big of 26. So which is not considered big of n. So it would be fine. The time complexity will be big of n cross 26, which is equal to which is approximately equal to big of n. Right?
Yeah, got it. Yeah, I can see. So can you quickly just code it up?
Okay. Uh, mm, should I directly write the code, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
uh, so int l equal to 0 and r equal to 0. Hmm. Okay, so we will use a max variable which is 0 in start. We will use a while loop which is r less than n. N is the size of our array. So each we will use a map unordered map in sorry character comma int mpp. Okay, so mpp of ar s of r so of r plus plus. Okay, so now check uh, we will check if it has duplicates or not. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we will just pass mpp. If so, we can use while loop right here. Means we have to shrink window by 2 or 3 index also. It may be possible, right? I think one if will be fine or not. Um, I think if condition would be fine. We have to shift by
See,
one.
if you're using a while loop and you're shrinking it one by one every time, that is again increasing the time complexity,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. We can use if loop also, since we are just we are as we are checking every time, so
Mm-hmm.
it will not increase by one. I think so. म्हणजे more characters will not get frequency greater than one. it will be only one character which gets increased, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So if it has duplicates, then we can just map of S of L minus minus and S of L minus minus if MPP of S of if S of L equal to 0, then we can just erase it from our map. Okay. Okay. And every time we are calculating max equal to max of maxi comma r my r minus L plus 1. And if you write the function has duplicates, okay, cool, has duplicates. Okay. We will just traverse through the loop. Auto IT in MPP if IT dot second is greater than 1, and we will just return the true, means it has duplicates, right? And in end we will return false. That means we have not get any duplicates. I think this code will be fine, right?
Okay. And so what is the time complexity of this one?
So we are using while loop, which is r and I think we can just use here also L less than n. Okay, right. So S of L will be this.
So in your while loop,
L plus one condition is remain, which is L plus plus. We are shrinking the window, so L should shift it to right, right? Okay. And the time complexity will be big of n cross 26. This is just big of 26, and this is big of n.
one more thing. So in your while loop, you have written the condition, right? While r is less than n.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. Sorry.
where are you
R.
increasing the r?
Okay, okay, okay. And last, sorry, I forgot. Okay.
Okay, that looks fine to me. I think we are done with the coding part then. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's move to some core subjects questions if you're fine with that.
yeah. I'm fine.
Okay, so which subject are you most comfortable in?
I think oops and DBMS I am more comfortable.
Okay, oops and DBMS. So let's start with oops. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, I'll ask you a very easy, simple question. So, do you know what are the four pillars of oops?
So four pillars of is abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance. These are
Okay.
the four pillars of oops.
Yes. Can you explain what do you think polymorphism is?
Uh, so polymorphism
Mhm.
is like many forms, right? Means one function is acting as in many forms.
Function. We are talking about oops here, right? We're talking about objects and
Yeah,
class.
yeah. Objects, right? I think polymorphism. I know polymorphism like late binding and early binding and compile time morphism, runtime morphism. Right?
Okay, fine. Okay. So, do you know about constructor? What is a constructor?
Yeah, constructor is a so constructor is a function, but which is automatically when a object of a class is called.
Mhm.
And right, so constructor has no return value, and also it has no data type, right?
Okay, so can you create your own custom constructor if you want to? Is it possible?
uh, yeah, we can create our own constructor, like which is of the name of the constructor, which is it's same as the class name.
Okay, and can it also take parameters?
Yeah, so there are three types of constructor, right? One is parameterized constructor, one is copy constructor, and one is simple constructor, which is not.
Okay,
Okay.
got it. So, okay, got it. So, do you know about multiple inheritance?
Yeah, I know about
Okay.
multiple
What?
inheritance. So
Uh,
multiple inheritance, right? So we have two base classes, and from two base classes we will derive the one child class, right? So we have two parent class, and from this we will now from this we will create a child class, and then the inheritance is called as multiple inheritance.
okay, so basically you're saying that a class, if it has two parent classes, it means
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it's following multiple. Okay,
Then
fine.
it is a multiple
So, do
inheritance.
all programming languages support multiple
No,
inheritance?
no, no. Only C plus plus, and I think has a C plus plus has a multiple inheritance. But in Java, I think there is no multiple inheritance. There we will use interfaces, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so next question follow. What is an interface? As we just mentioned.
Okay. So I don't know. I don't do Java that much, so I
Yeah.
don't know about interface in that detail. But I know there is interface. I do in C plus plus, right? So I don't know much about interface.
Fine, it's fine. So I think yeah, you're good with oops. You mostly know the basic stuff which is expected from a fresher. Uh, let's go to some DBMS questions as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So talking about SQL databases, what do you think is the difference between a SQL database and a NoSQL database?
Okay. SQL database is a relational database, and
Mm,
NoSQL can be document database or Graph SQL, or
mm.
there can be different like JSON type databases. There are there. Okay. So these are the different. MongoDB is a NoSQL, and SQL or MySQL is a SQL database. SQL database has a rows, tables and columns, right? And NoSQL is like documents, like array of array, like that in that structure.
So let's say you're working on a project and you have to decide between whether you should choose a SQL database or a NoSQL database.
Okay.
What do you think should be, few points which you need to consider? Any
Um,
two or three points you think?
I think based on our requirements, we can choose the database. Like in our project, if you want to scale it horizontally, then we can use the NoSQL database. And if and there are no and I think if in our system we don't need to do lot of joins, then we can use also NoSQL database. And I think if our system is more distributed database, then we can use NoSQL, which is like which can be horizontally scalable. And if our in our system is our banking system or something like that, which need consistency, then we should use the SQL database.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So just you just mentioned that in SQL database we have tables, right?
Yeah,
This is
table.
some of rows.
Yeah, consist
So
rows and tables,
yeah,
rows
okay.
and
So
columns.
you know what is a primary key?
Yeah, primary key is a key by using which we can uniquely identify a row in the table, right?
Okay, right. And there's also something called unique key, right?
Yeah, yeah. The primary key is always unique key. We can also make another keys like unique, for example, email, and sometimes username is also unique key. We
No, no,
can
I'm
make it.
asking, so there is primary key which you just told about.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
There's also something called unique key. So what is the difference between primary key and unique key? Like why do we have two separate kind of keys?
Okay. So primary key is used to identify a row uniquely, like
Okay.
ID, user ID, which is used to identify user uniquely, and unique key is used for which like our attribute is unique or not. like
No, no.
this.
So are you saying that primary key can be duplicate?
No, no.
Obviously, primary key.
Primary can, yeah. Primary key is always a unique key, right?
There's just one small difference between primary key and unique key. I
Okay.
just want to know. What do you think is the difference? Like, why do we have unique key when primary key is already serving the purpose of being unique and identification?
Um,
Okay, so
I don't know about unique key.
okay, so the only difference here is that unique key can be null. Okay, it
Yeah,
can
yeah,
hold
yeah, yeah,
numbers.
yeah.
Primary key can never be null
Never
because if
been.
null, you cannot obviously identify uniquely, right?
Yeah, yeah, right, right.
And also primary key can be composed of multiple columns, while that's
Yeah,
not the unique key. So
yeah, yeah.
difference.
Primary can be composite key, right?
So I think yeah, that's all I wanted to ask. I would say you did good on the DSA part.
Cool.
You did some silly mistakes here and there, but yeah, that's fine. Happens in an interview setup. Overall, you are good. Oops, also I think you're fine. DBMS also you know the basic concept, but yeah, you can learn more about different kind of keys which we have in relational
Yeah,
database. Yeah,
yeah.
that should be good enough. So yeah, that's pretty much for the interview part. If you have any questions which you want to ask me, you can ask me.
Uh,
Anything, not just
so
related to anything you can ask.
okay. So can you see my resume and tell me what improvements can I make?
Okay. Why don't you just share your screen and
Yeah,
click
yeah.
on if that will be better.
Okay. Yeah, my screen is shared, right?
Yeah, yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Can you see?
Yeah, I can see it. So I have a quick question. So what did you use to create this resume? Like, did you create it in Google Doc itself?
Yeah, Google Docs.
Okay. So I can see that. I mean, the format is good. You're starting with an education and skills section at the top. Uh, project section also looks fine to me. I think you can include, yes, okay, yes, so you have included some numbers as well. Yeah, that looks fine. Can you scroll down a bit? So one thing which I see is missing is the problem solving part, right? So you have showcased your projects which you have worked on, but
Okay.
if I'm
I,
looking, or
uh,
let's say taking a DSA round of some,
okay. I think in skills I have mentioned data structure and
yeah,
lead
you
code
have
profile.
mentioned your local profile. That's fine.
Okay.
If you are giving contests, I'm not sure if you're giving or not. If you are giving contests and you have achieved any good ranks in any of those contests, you should also mention that if that's possible,
Okay.
right? And also, like here, I can see you've only mentioned lead code. I'm not sure
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
doing lead code or not, but if you're doing any kind of competitive programming like code forces, code shape, etc., we can also include those profile links or any contest ranks if you have achieved, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Given. Also, I think you have already included links to your projects, right?
Yeah, I have included the hosted link also, which is I have.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everything else is fine. Maybe you can use a better template if you want to. Although I'm not complaining that this is bad. This looks fine and good.
Okay. So everything is in uppercase. So should I make it lowercase, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It would be fine.
The font here, because you're using uppercase everywhere,
Okay.
it becomes a little difficult to, so whenever a recruiter, HR will look at your resume, right? They only hardly get 30 to 40 seconds.
Okay. Okay.
About this. So they mainly look at the highlighting things, the projects you mentioned, any internship experience you have or something like that. So you have to make sure that you put only those things in capital letters or in a bold font, which you want them to see first,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So if everything is looking the same, the person who's looking at this resume will probably get confused, right? They
Yeah.
won't know what to look at first. And some companies might ask for a photo on a resume. I have
Yeah.
seen,
I have provided. Yeah.
but yeah, but if that's not the case, maybe you can remove your photo. That's also
Yeah.
fine. So I would suggest to have two copies, one with a photo and one without, because I've seen during on-campus placements, some companies explicitly ask you to have photo on the resume.
Yeah, yeah. On campus, they are with photo.
That's the case.
Mandate.
You can have two copies, one with a photo, one without.
Okay.
Use that. Yeah, you already have a GitHub link, etc. as well, so that's fine. That's good. And also, in your skills section, I see that you've written a lot of things. I'm not sure if you are 100% sure if an interviewer asks you questions from all of these things. So
Yeah,
one suggestion would be to also include, your level of expertise in these skills. So let's
yeah,
say that you have just, worked on. So let's say here you have written net, Flask, Django, etc. And let's say you have just worked on one single small project in Flask or Django, which means you're not fully confident, right? So if
yeah.
I'm the interviewer, I'm seeing that you've written Flask and Django, I can ask you anything, right?
Right.
If you're not able to answer it, I would think that you wouldn't, false things on a resume. It might create an effect. It's better that you can also include, something like you write the skill. You can divide the skill section into basically three parts, like basic, intermediate, expert, something like that, right?
Okay.
So the things in which you are least confident, you can keep them in the basic section, and the ones in
Okay.
which you're confident, you can put them in the expert section and so on.
Yeah.
Right? That might be better, so that the person knows, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Will you confident? Yeah, that's all I think.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to ask?
No. I think what about my data structure? Should I had explained it better, or I have to do more?
I think you did explain it good enough, but you were, having certain, confusing points where you said
Yeah.
something, but then reverted back and corrected it. But again, that is something you learn with practice. It happens with everyone.
Yeah.
You're not the only one. It happens with everyone. But yeah, it keeps getting better with practice.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, then, and if not anything else, then we can end the call here then. I think.
Yeah. We can.
All right. Okay. So thank you for your time. It was a nice talking.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.